Shalom, first and foremost, like all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh. That belongs to the apostle of the great millstone. Peace, salutation to Sisiakim, pushing his words, sincerity, truth, and charity. Lord, be a quick, edifying lesson to the hopeful righteous elect. What we went over in class, talk about the Day of Atonement, because that's coming up this Thursday night, sundown, Friday, sundown. All right. Well, anybody got scripture that we'll start off with?
This is Leviticus chapter 16 and 1. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron, and when they offered before the Lord Yahweh and died. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not. For I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. Thus shall Aaron come into the holy place with a young bullock for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering. And he shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, and he shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. These are the holy garments. Therefore shall he wash his flesh in water, and so put them on. And he shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering, and one ram for a burnt offering."
Before you finish reading, don't we just get the ordinance where it was established? We should have started with this, but we'll go to this and just get right back. This is why he's doing it. This is Leviticus 23 and verse 26. It says, "And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of the 7th month there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation for you, Salaki, unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is the day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before Yahweh your power." So this is the holy day that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah ordained, all right, which is a high holy day. Go ahead, but this is what the priest did in the ancient world.
Leviticus 16 and 6. "And Aaron shall offer his bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make an atonement for himself and for his house. And he shall take the 2 goats and present them before the Lord Yahweh at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation."
Which proves that a man saves his family. Which proves that a man's household is saved through him. He said he made atonement for himself and for his household. Go ahead.
Verse 8. "And Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats, one lot for the Lord, and the other lot for the scapegoat."
Because
And
the Lord required a sacrifice. For some, he's going to deliver. But he still required a sacrifice. Go ahead.
"And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which the Lord's lot fell, and offer him for a sin offering."
Yeah, that's why that lady in the movie, the Mist, she said, the God of the Israelites. She said he demands expiation. When you look at the word expiation, it means basically an atonement. He demands payment. He said in blood. You know what she said? Yeah.
That's right. That's right. In blood. Go ahead.
Verse 10. "But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before the Lord Yahweh, to make an atonement with him, and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness. And Aaron shall bring the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make an atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself. And he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before the Lord Yahweh, and his hands full of sweet incense beaten small, and bring it within the veil. And he shall put the incense upon the fire before the Lord Yahweh, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony that he died not. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward. And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. Then shall he kill the goat of the sin. Leviticus 16 and 14. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward.
Mm-hmm.
And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times.
Remember the spirit, we was talking about it earlier. I was saying it's the spirit, how the Lord had the priest do it eastward, because, what the scriptures say, King Solomon, to pray toward the east, where the Lord pray to his place, where the Lord put his name. All right, and that's why we pray eastward. But when he sprinkled the blood, he did it eastward. He did it 7 times. So that was spiritual. Even before King Solomon ordained it, verbally, the Lord already had that set up in the spirit. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And he shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel and because of their transgressions and all their sins. And so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall be no man in the tabernacle of the congregation when he goeth in to make an atonement in the holy place, until he come out and have made an atonement for himself and for his household and for all the congregation of Israel.
And that's what Yahweh Shah does for all us on the Day of Atonement. He died for his own sins, which he committed as King Solomon. He made a sacrifice for that. And he made a sacrifice for Israel to have exemption in the latter days. And we do this in remembrance of that. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 18. And he shall go out unto the altar.
Read it. Matter of fact, Abraham, read.
Yeah. This is Hebrews 7.
The Mexicans in that, man.
Hebrews 7, and I'm going to start at 25. It says, wherefore he is able also to save them to the uttermost that come unto God by him, seeing he ever liveth to make intercession for them.
See, he ever lived to make intercession for them. That's what the high priest does. The high priest makes intercession for the children of Israel. That's why he had himself, cleanse himself. He get the goat that he put to death. He get the one that he let escape. That's what Yahweh Shah is going to do with the nation Israel. Go ahead.
That mediator.
That's exactly the mediator.
Verse 26, it says, for such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens, who needeth not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins, and then for the people's.
See? And most importantly, he did it for, not most importantly, but a key factor is he did it for himself and his household, like it says in Leviticus. Going until he shows you the man is the head of the household, and the household gets saved through the man of the Lord. That's why Job, what he did. Even though the Lord had it destined to destroy him, his children for being wicked or whatever he destroyed them for, he kept them alive as long, Job. But Job, this point is Job made sacrifices for him and his household. When you go into the story, that was ancient custom. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
For this he did once, when he offered up himself.
Go ahead.
For the law maketh men high priests which have infirmity, but the word of the oath which was since the law maketh the Son, who is consecrated forevermore.
Exactly. So Yahweh Shai even more, he's the ultimate high priest. What you was gonna say you wanted?
Not just had. This is 1 Corinthians 5:7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Hamashiach our Passover is sacrificed for us.
See, so he do the sacrificing for us, and he the sacrifice for us. Ultimate high priest. Mm-hmm. All the holy days, especially the high holy days, those Yahweh Shai is in them, man. And it all goes into, ultimately, Yahweh Shai sacrificing for us, man, and us sacrificing for him. That's why he said, greater love has no man that he lay down his life for his friends. Because all these days are symbolic. All right? Go ahead, especially when you go into the Day of Atonement or the Passover.
Showing you that if anybody is nowadays on earth right now calling himself a high priest, nigga, you're basically trying to say that you Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That's really what you're doing. You don't understand that, but go ahead.
If I may, this is 1 Timothy 2:5. For there is one power and one mediator between Yahweh and man. The man, Yahweh Shai,
There you go.
That's the high priest in the heavens, man. The scriptures talk about how there's a tabernacle in the heavens, man. The tabernacle that was on earth is made after that similitude. Try wrapping your mind around that. So which one of you niggas with the ponytail is gonna do that? Gonna go ascend into heaven and sacrifice for us, man?
That's just wickedness, man. And, I got a precept just for, niggas calling themselves high priests and all that BS. This is Job. This is Job because this is what they doing. This is Job 32:21. It says, let me not, I pray thee, accept any man's person. Because that's what they doing. They doing that for respected person so they could be looked at like, oh, this guy's this guy. Or this guy's this guy. It's Job 32:21. It says, let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person. Neither let me give flattering titles unto man. That's a flattering title. Shut up, nigga. Nigga.
Yeah.
Oh,
Steven
Fucking
Seagal.
fucking ape.
he's a monkey. You're a monkey, man.
Steven Seagal ain't sent to be our mediator, man.
That's it, Steve Seagal.
I got
You
one
definitely
for.
got that ponytail.
I got without the
Monkey
karate
face nigga that smell like monkey.
and the belly without the karate moves.
Go ahead.
All right. This is Ephesians 4. I'm gonna start at 7. This is Ephesians 4:7. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of the Mashiach. Wherefore he said, when he ascended up upon high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts unto men. So, hey, no man was able to ascend, man. The scriptures talk about how they wept much in the heavens because no one was able to open the seals, but the Lamb, man. So Yahweh Shai is the only one who can mediate for us, man.
Get Revelation.
Yeah.
Get Revelation 5:5.
The book of Revelation, chapter 5 and verse 5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah.
Start up. Start like it. Start at 1.
It's Revelation 5 and 1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside sealed with 7 seals.
Come on, man.
And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and loose the seals thereof.
Come on, man.
And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
That's right. Yeah, and matter of fact, let me back you up real quick. This is Hebrews 7, and I'm starting at 14. It's Hebrews 7 and 14. So Yahweh Shai is the only one that was worthy to do this. No man on earth can do that for us right now. The scripture says no man can by any means redeem his brethren. We have one kinsman redeemer. This is Hebrews 7 and 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses reigning priesthood, and it is yet far more evident for that after the similitude of Melchizedek, there arise another priest who is
That's
made.
how you, Salaki, that's how
There
you
you go.
know Yahweh Shai and Melchizedek.
Yeah.
Tazadah.
Yeah,
And the so-called black man. Because
Yeah,
he mentioned
yeah.
his tribe, man.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He said it's evident that our Lord comes with you. What does evident mean? You have to see something for it to be evident.
Right?
For something to be evident, you have to see it. You have to look. When you go to court and you present the evidence file, when them big ass white boys pull out that shit in that plastic and you sitting there in the state of Illinois reading you your rights, they pull out big ass, you got that gun, they still stupid ass. They pull it out. That's something you can see. Go ahead.
Who is made not after the law of a carnal commandment, but after the power of an endless life. For he testified, thou art a priest forever after the order of Malak Tazadah.
So there you go.
That's right.
right? Yeah. So hey, man, he's a priest. He's the high priest forever, man. All right, that Leviticus, the Levitical priesthood was just a similitude, a precursor of what was already established in the heavens. Why do you think Abraham paid tithes to Malach Tazadaq, man? All right, because that was Yahweh Shai. He was a high priest of the heavens. He's always been. The scripture says right here, he's a priest forever, man. So this guy with a ponytail telling Israel that he's the high priest, man, you're a blasphemer, man.
Look at Steve Seagal ponytail.
Yeah.
It's fucking bugged out.
You know, and you're not, you know, we're not. The Lord's not accepting those kind of sacrifices anyway, right now. All right.
Call. Finish the 5.
It's Revelation 5 and 4. And I wept much because no man was worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
That's how you know the Lord of Jack too. We got his entourage, man.
Yeah.
He said one of the elders said they sitting out there with some heavy spirits, man.
You got
That shit
the
real.
archangels.
That shit real.
Yeah. His archangels would be probably like King David's mighty man to him. You know?
Yeah. Them his guys.
Yeah.
That shit real, bro.
Yeah. That would be it, if I may say. But in order to partake in this sacrifice, man, you have to be a sacrifice, man.
That's it.
You have to live your life as much as possible according to how Yahweh Shai did, and that was as a sacrifice, man. That's why Scripture says, "My sheep hear my voice." He calls it a sheep because we're just that.
Go finish reading that. Exactly. Finish reading everything.
Leviticus 16 and 18.
Yep.
And he shall go out unto the altar that is before the Lord Yahweh, and make an atonement for it, and shall take of the blood of the bullock and of the blood of the goat, and put it upon the horns of the altar round about. And he shall sprinkle of the blood upon it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and hallow it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. And when he hath made an end of reconciling the holy place, and the tabernacles of the congregation, and the altar, he shall bring the live goat. And Aaron shall lay both his hands upon the head of the live goat, and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel, and all their transgressions, and all their sins, putting them upon the head of the goat, and shall send them away by the hand of a fit man into the wilderness.
And that's what the Lord is going to do with the elect of Israel. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And the goat shall bear upon him all their iniquities unto a land not inhabited, and he shall let go the goat in the wilderness.
Go ahead. Bring out these equals.
That's the book of Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof.
So that's him laying his hands on us again. All right, letting us go. Being exempt, having that mark of exemption, being a scapegoat. Go ahead.
Verse 5, and to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the midst, through the city slacker, and smite, and let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Read.
Verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children.
So the Lord ain't gonna discriminate, man.
Your great grandma.
That's a female, almost.
Yeah. Debo, that's the Lord ain't in that spirit, man.
It's gonna be for women too.
Yeah.
They want to follow, they gonna get it.
You know, it tells you in the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 11 that the Heavenly Father is not a respecter of persons.
Right. He not like Esau either. Esau's a bitch ass nigga, man.
That's right.
You know, the Lord's gonna judge. He don't care who the fuck you are. You deserve judgment. He gonna give it to you.
Remember, I pray thee. All right, this is like it says in Job chapter 4 verse 7. Remember, I pray thee. You know, he's not. You know, the Heavenly Father is not going to spare. You know the wicked, right?
The parents being innocent.
Yep.
This is
Right, righteousness. Slocky.
This is go back into that. Keep reading down.
Leviticus
I ain't
16.
talking to the bitch.
Leviticus 16 and 23. And Aaron shall come into the tabernacle of the congregation and shall put off the linen garments which he put on when he went into the holy place, and he shall leave them there. And he shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place, and put on his garments, and come forth and offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people.
If you could just serve the Lord any way you want to, why the Lord got so many stipulations, man? Why is he so direct? This is the purpose behind all this, man. The Lord ain't no joke, man. This shit real. Go ahead.
And our people deep down know that. Man.
They know that.
Yeah.
They know that.
And that's the very reason why they don't want to serve.
Mm-hmm.
They will continue doing their wickedness.
That's right. Like this.
That's why they like the group said, they like this, and they know that. That's why even when they get into their idolatry, what they say, put on your Sunday's best.
Yep.
Because they know that's a spiritual thing, bro.
Verse
Go
20,
ahead.
verse 25.
Only Israelite, that only resonate to an Israelite spirit, man. You know? They don't be talking and shit like that in church. Telling us to put on your Sunday's best, all that. That's why the scriptures say I bear a record, my people Israel, that they have a zeal for Yahweh, but not according to knowledge. And them being ignorant and seeking to establish their own righteousness have not submitted themselves to the righteousness of God. This is how you know that that's our people, though, man. It might sound like I'm just saying something funny, but put on your Sunday best. It's just going back to what the Elder Corral said. Our people really understand that they can't come up to the Lord any day anyway, but when they see it's more than singing and dancing and giving the preacher a couple dollars, they be like, oh no, fuck that. Let me go do this.
The church.
Yeah. Hey, as soon as you get to talking different, they know it's something up. The demons, they done packed on so many demons.
Yeah.
The demons, as soon as you talk different, I ain't fucking with no pork. Hey, what you is, a Muslim?
Then we trying to filter it.
Yeah.
To his understanding.
Yeah, trying to hope. But they already know it's something up with you, and they either gonna attack you or
They gonna attack you.
or attack you.
Yeah, they gonna
They gonna
attack
attack you.
you. Go ahead, brother.
Leviticus 16 and 25. And the fat of the sin offering shall he burn upon the altar. And he that let go the goat of the scapegoat shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward come into the camp. And the bullock for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make an atonement in the holy place, shall one carry forth without the camp. And they shall burn in the fire their skins and their flesh and their dung. And he that burneth them shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 29, and this shall be the statute forever unto you, that in the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your souls.
Like we read in Leviticus 23, and this is a cut to you Negroes out there in Israel teaching that madness, talking about some other, because a lot of Israelite bootleg camps do this shit. You know, say we ain't in the land, so we don't have to keep the Passover with the holy days. He said it's a statute forever.
Yeah.
Because this is ultimately parabolic, you know, to the Lord having an exemption on the elect of Israel and destroying the 2/3, man. And he's going to, matter of fact, let me get into this. This is Matthew 25 and verse 31. And this is what it's all about. It says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory and the holy angels with him, because this is the last sacrifice. It says, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, Esau, the heathens, the 2/3, whatever. It said, and he shall separate, because they counted as heathens, pursuant to Jeremiah 9th chapter in the last couple verses, the 2/3 of Israel. It says, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep and his goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand and the goats on the left. All right. Then shall the king say unto him on his right hand, which is the sheep. All right. That's why he said to King David, which is Peter. And King David was a shepherd of the flock. And what did he say to Peter? He said, if you love me, feed my sheep. These are the sheep that's going to make it. He said, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you unto the foundation of the world. All right? He said the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. And he's going to destroy the rest of them, man. And that's the spirit that he used to go. Because the so-called white man mocks that in their vain ideologies with the Baphomet.
Hey,
That's why it's they sign.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
When,
Because they know who they are.
Yep.
Go ahead.
when Jacob was playing like he was Esau, what did he use?
The goat turn.
He used the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goat fur and shit.
Yeah.
And then what did Isaac say? Like, damn, you feel like Esau, nigga? You
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
a fucking goat?
You know it's demonic because they put the androgynous spirit on it,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
and make
yeah.
them a centaur,
Yeah.
you know, and have it whether it's an animal, which goes into bestiality,
Yeah.
has it with a rod of the JJ, some breasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. The spirit of androgyny. That's what he saw. That's why he make your favorite rappers wear the purses and the skirt. Because he exudes his that goat, man. That spirit of androgyny.
It's wrong.
Train.
That shit.
Yeah, man. Jake and Jake. Look, man. It ain't no order on no shit like that, man. But you Jake in the camp, man. I done seen a couple Jakes in the camp with that shit, man. Look. I ain't wearing no fucking pearl necklace. It's that gangsterlicious spirit.
Yeah.
You niggas ain't watch Boondocks, I said. Now, we get on, look, we GMS, we get on each other, man. Is it a law? No. That shit looks soft, man.
I'll make a quick point real quick.
Go ahead.
Because it's funny because, you know, you worshiping the ghosts when you go into Wisdom of Solomon, when the Lord is bringing strange apparitions and animals upon the Egyptians, man, it was the very things that they was worshiping, man. And the Lord's gonna do that to you in this day, man.
Yep.
The motherfucking same demons that you praying to, that you think gonna help you, the Lord make that nigga come alive for real and fuck you
And
up.
chase you and eat you and molest
You know?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think that bitch in Louisville was chained to the floor? It's gonna be a bitch that's gonna be happy to be her when the Lord get done with you niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can promise you that. The Lord coming back, nigga. Hey, that's why the scripture says, seeing that all these things be destroyed, what manner of person ought ye to be in holy conversation and godliness? And that's why we need the atonement, man, because the Lord gonna fuck you niggas up. And I don't want no parts of that. Read what y'all got.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Mm.
Even from the days of your fathers ye are gone away from my ordinances, and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, saith Yahweh of hosts. But ye said, wherein shall we return? So like the Elder Brother Murphy was going into, all these camps that say we don't got to do this or we don't got to do that because we not in the land. You know, the Lord never said that.
Never, bro.
The Lord said what we were supposed to do is given to us clearly and directly. Of course, we in captivity, so it's certain things we don't have control over, but observing holy days is not one of those things that, you know, you can't do to your best of your ability.
And see, like, go ahead, Elder Quran.
No, I'm finna
I
say.
just want to make a quick point, but go ahead.
Oh, kind. To tell you, place of drawing water. You should rehearse the right.
That's
He
big.
got it.
Damn.
Hey, the brother Daniela guy here brought it out earlier. That's the spirit. See the elder right on it, man. That's the Judges 5 and 11, right?
Yeah.
This is Judges 5 and
But
11.
Salaki, hold on, real quick. But these same niggas, right? And this is how you know that they think they can take works into their own hands. Because if you can't keep the holy days because you're not in the land, that means you're not looking for deliverance.
Yeah.
That means you think you can save yourself on some Joseph Ben Amin Carter shit. They got these jakes over there in Des Moines, Israel, or it's Marcus Garvey, or even better yet, these new nuts, 19 Keys and RZA Islam and all these niggas who think they finna put shit on shit and call it a sandwich.
Crypto, bro.
Crypto.
Crypto.
Generate, yeah, crypto. How's some digital currency gonna build generational wealth, man?
Yeah.
Well, that ain't wealth. You niggas don't have no land.
It's
Your
not.
face ain't on. You don't have no currency. You don't even have a military. You don't even have. Hey, look, the Apostle of the Tahar went to. You can have all that shit. Floyd the millionaire. The Apostle of the Tahar brought that out. How these niggas be billionaires. Look at Kanye West. He ain't got no slaves.
That's right.
You gotta have the blood of the nations and the nation serving you to be blessed, man. Read what you got, Abraham. You niggas ain't got shit. They definitely ain't got this. That's the last thing they can even think about having until they totally destroy it. Go ahead.
This is Judges,
Nigga.
Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered.
Nigga.
You monkey.
You monkey, nigga. Hey, but no, the scriptures, you look at, but the scriptures say, for with a stammering lips and another tongue shall I speak unto this people. And when you go into that, it goes into mocking you. Nigga.
I'll be about the little puppets that came alive on
Yeah.
Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Little nigga put a slave.
That was my nigga, yeah.
That's
They
a lot.
fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
Fucked up ugly bug eyes.
You'll never get reparation.
Yeah. The top of the head, peanut. Crusty fingers. You crusty lips. That's how it looks just like that, bro. The black woman, the ZD ass head. Dirty soul.
Spuds on my head.
Spun head. The black woman, that's another thing, man. You get away from the black woman, man. You get far. That nigga say far away from here. Even though he was down there, commit spirit with the black woman. That's how he was trying to get away with her. He should have got him with. I know me and Nazariah used to watch this nigga, man, for fun. This when this nigga Nazariah was in his right mind. We used to drink and watch these commit niggas and listen to their folly breakdowns, man. This one nigga, man, he was cold with this bullshit. I wish I could catch his videos again, man. This nigga had the dreads. He had them rolled up here and it was great.
What the fuck?
And this nigga had the hat on top of it, but every time he'd say it, bro, he'd whisper. Man, these niggas, they got him down. Y'all said, man, you can really see some niggas being wooed off this shit. These niggas cold. These niggas cold with the fight. He had his board with the markers and shit. This nigga used to go into the Kemet, man.
Powerful nigga.
No, and that, speaking of powerful niggatry, man. Spewing madness, man.
Big kid Yashawan, he probably low key wooed off.
Now, yeah, he probably the one who showed this nigga Nick.
Yeah.
That bullshit. You know Yasharon. Yasharon, Mr. Fitness saying. Fitness saying. Damn, what are these niggas doing now?
Where are they now?
They definitely not. They smoking stogies. That's a demon, man. Cause this nigga Nazariah fell out, man, and started smoking stogies. And this nigga Mariella fell out and started smoking stogies. What's up with you niggas? Oh, Blake. Blake was the original nigga who fell out and started. He the one who put Nazariah on, bro. Yeah. That nigga Blake, light-skinned Blake. Hey, Karam, what do you say? That nigga Dino Kareem Bot. These motherfuckers in the bank. That's Blake.
Where's Blake?
The light-skinned nigga. Blake.
They always hate that
Seen
nigga,
all the
bro.
niggas in the Scooby-Doo van.
I smoking out with some stogies.
Hey, man.
That's a demon, man.
Always hate that nigga. I always hate that nigga Blake. Man.
That nigga
I
Blake
pray.
horrible, man.
Yeah, I pray long time. My wrong, Salaki, but I can't stand this nigga, man. Fuck the light skinned ass nigga.
It says who is sufficient for these things.
He got a nigga woman who related to him. I ain't gonna say their relationship.
Oh no.
Who's a light-skinned Keisha, man, that these niggas be hot on. She be around here giving Jake that shit, too.
Oh man.
Stay away from the black woman, man. Go ahead, man. What you got, Abraham? Man, it's always gonna get there, man. You better stay away from that nigga one.
That's right.
Them niggas ain't atoning, man. Go ahead. Smoking cigar, niggers. Sitting on the porch smoking stogies. Go ahead.
This is Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers, going to the missiles, in the places of drawing water, in the place of our captivity, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. So it says that we will rehearse the righteous acts, right? Practicing, okay, in the place of our captivity.
That's right.
And the Lord said, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Right.
So you're going to tell me that the Lord's love is limited? That you can just love him whenever you want?
Right.
So you're going to tell me that, okay, well, for this part right here, I'm going to love the Lord, then I'm going to not love him. But them and come back later and love them.
But yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it's to symbolic, but that's what Jake think. That's why the Lord cut that shit. He told them they can only come up through one gate. He said the sheep hear the sea going back to the sheep. Get that. The sheep hear his voice. I think it's John 10.
Yeah. Yep.
Somebody get that, man.
If I may say, it's
You
funny.
gonna do it anyway. Why Jake say that? If I may, you niggas gonna do it anyway. Go ahead.
But yeah, you know, like the brother said, it's
I don't say that. Go
I
ahead.
went into this
Let's say.
a rehearsal, you know. But you know, you gotta think about it. If I'm a movie director, am I gonna fucking hire somebody that ain't been rehearsing? Basketball.
Right, that was just how you niggas pop
Right.
up. You
Nigga
niggas
just-
gonna go to Club Stadium and just niggas just get grabbed with that.
Nigga ain't never been to practice, never been to class. I'm gonna hire this nigga.
Practice.
This the nigga. I'm a
Get
scout.
this nigga a jersey.
Right. Just throw him on the field.
He's on fire.
Why?
He's on fire. That nigga on motherfucking somebody. He's on fire.
We talking about practice.
And
Oh shit.
Scripture talk about how these things are a shadow of things to come. If they're a shadow of things to come, then the people who are going to partake in that are the ones who've been rehearsing,
That's right.
Practice.
practicing.
Right.
You know,
Niggas so salty.
it says truth shall return to him.
Practice.
Beating her.
Practice.
We're spiritual practitioners.
That's right.
I got that John chapter 10 for you. It's the
Go
book
ahead.
of John chapter 10, verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. Verse 2, but he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of thy sheep, which goes to that straight gate. Verse 3, to him that porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name and leadeth them out.
And the porter is somebody who guards the door.
See? And that's what we want. Going back into this mercy. We want to be those sheep that the Lord put on the right hand side. That's why I say we all gonna be a part of the judgment. It's gonna come here. You know? But do you want to be on the right hand side of the judgment or the left hand side of the judgment? But we all gonna see it. He said every eye shall see it. Even those that pierce them. And that goes into them being back in their lot to be judged. It ain't talking about the Lord grabbing some nigga by his neck and snapping his bones out the dust and smacking his skeleton.
Right.
No, he's going to be back in the flesh to receive the judgment. The prophets are going to be back in the flesh to receive their judgment. Everybody, this is the last hurrah.
That's it. Yeah, it's proved reincarnation. Ain't no 2,000-year-old motherfucker walking around. Man.
The Lord
Okay.
grabbing this nigga, right? The
Yeah.
Lord, he all beat up and shit. The Lord, Mr. Biggs grabbed the nigga R. Kelly. He broke that nigga legs with the slug tower. He grabbed his ass. That nigga said, "Look at me. I did this to you." Oh, it ain't grabbing no nigga out the cemetery and doing that. What's the
Right.
purpose?
Right.
General havoc ass niggas.
Yeah. All right, some more like niggas, some generals. You know?
And niggas think too highly of themselves, man. They think niggas really think. I'm thinking about the Old Testament Israelites. They think the Lord gonna really come out the heavens and save you. Somebody get saved.
Well, they don't believe that. They don't even believe the Lord. They think they can save themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why they think shit. I think highly of myself, but I know I can't save myself. And we go. Ain't nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself.
It's this nigga that call it on TikTok that be calling himself the counselor.
But see that goes back into the joke that like that flattering titles. That's different. That's just being proud and being a nigga. Like,
Yeah, because
fuck.
you know.
I just send you some shit on the phone. I just look fucking. You just put it down. The bottom is fucking ugly. Go ahead.
Even the fact of how the Lord deals with us as a nation shows you, like, man, you can't think how this. Yahweh sends messengers, man. All right, he sends messages to come. You can't just talk directly to the Most High.
Get the Amos.
You can't.
Yeah, no, Apostle Little Toss said, he said, these niggas think the Lord gonna come in the cloud,
Yeah.
pop up to get to telling these niggas what to do. Lord, fuck you, nigga.
Yeah.
Who are you? Nigga.
Amos 3:7. Actually, I started at 6. Amos 3:6. Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh hath not done it? Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
So going to what the elder brother you want was even saying, man, like the Lord has to send his prophets out there. The Lord ain't get. How do you think? That's why he said all day long God be stretched out his hand to disobedient, gay-saying people. We out there, man. What's that Jeremiah 44 and what 4? Get it. You know, the Lord is out there. He got the unicorn, which also goes into the World Wide Web, the one horn, the satellite technology. You got brothers speaking in English, different languages, Spanish, sign languages, speaking in Dutch. You know, we even got videos translated of the elder. The elder Malcolm was speaking in Mandarin, Cantonese. You know, this brother Batak, he did a couple videos in Japanese. You know, I spoke Blackanese. Shit, you niggas don't get this shit. We all look, man. You heard it through phonics, you heard it through ebonics. You niggas gonna get it or you not.
This is Jeremiah 44 and 4. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
So, that's everything you niggas do.
Right?
Seafood, boy, I was thinking about it. These niggas always mad, you know, talk about invited to this, but you see a little Edomite, which most of the time it'd be a speckled bird, you know, a Jake that just looked like an Edomite, but his hair go back to our bloodline. They taught this nigga invited to the barbecue. Said you niggas don't even barbecue no more. You gave up the pork for the seafood, boy. But this is everything the Lord hates. This is everything. This is all you niggas do. I'm the only person who bring a real white bitch to the barbecue. And my like fellows. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 44 and 5. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness.
You see, they hearken not. How do they do that? Going back to what we just brought out the Amos, because they didn't listen to the prophets, man. The Lord ain't popping up when you niggas say, Shazam!
Right.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Go ahead.
To burn incense unto their God. This reminded me of Elder Rob. You remember the time I was still on the other side of the line when this happened, but me, you, and Nadazaki went out to the camp over there on Roosevelt. It was just us three, and we was camping and this Mexican nigga walked up, and he was fired up, man. Agreeing with everything until we said that niggas couldn't eat that pork no more, and this nigga disappeared like Batman. You ain't even see him walk away. Motherfuckers pulled out a precept. And when I was finished reading it and looked up, this nigga was not even in the corner, bro.
He's not playing about this pork, man. Pork and beans, nigga. Hey, what that nigga say? Me and Benji always bring it out. When Pop say on I think he was tripping. Nigga say he got some turkey. We got some turkey bacon, Grandpa.
Yeah, I want pork. So I die Wednesday, instead Thursday. Who gives a shit?
Yeah! I'm a 75-year-old black man. Some shit like that. I die here. Nigga die Wednesday instead of Thursday. That nigga said black. He said, I want me some pork. That was tripping, right?
Yeah, I was tripping.
Yeah, granddad, he trying to get his granddaddy that shit. Granddaddy
Burn it black.
Hey, that shit is letting know you motherfuckers daydreaming and shit. Motherfuckers dreaming about sucking on some titties, sucking on the egg yolk.
Yeah. That shit funny. That's that black culture, man. That's that black culture, man. Some bullshit. Yeah, swine, my brother.
Man,
Jake wicked as hell, man.
That nigga Pepsi with that shit.
But see, it's going to what the brother read, though. Read that over.
This is Jeremiah 44 and 5.
No, 4.
4, Salaki. This is Jeremiah 44 and 4. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
And that's everything you niggas do. Everything you niggas do is the abominable thing that the Lord hates, man. That's it. Go ahead.
But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods.
Because that's all you niggas do, man. Foul, man. Bitches walking around talking about their Aphrodite.
How many of you bitches? How many Aphrodites is it, bitch?
Come on, man. Going to the cookie man, the fortune cookie teller.
No.
Ugh.
Nah, but Jake extra wicked, man, because even if it's not, because you know a lot of these niggas not gonna hear the truth, but they respect the white man and they quote unquote doctors. And the doctor are telling nigga, stop drinking soda or you gonna die. Stop eating pork or you gonna die. And nigga go right to the motherfucking barbecue joint right after the doctor's appointment.
He ain't trying to get some
Tip
vitamins.
weight combo with a large Pepsi, man.
Yeah, then he look for some vitamins. Talk about I need something for high blood pressure. You need to stop eating that bullshit.
Pork
nigga.
chop and chunky.
Yeah,
Oh.
pork chop and chunky.
Tastes
That
real
shit
good.
So high. Yeah, niggas getting high.
No,
eating
that
pork
shit
chop
come in
and
the
chunky.
can, bro.
You gotta get your own.
That nigga had yeah, they had that nigga in the you gotta get your own.
Black culture is fucking.
That shit
That's
funny
unique.
as
That's
fuck.
unique.
This shit's terrible, man.
Motherfuckers got no clouds to the pork chops, man.
That black culture is terrible.
That shit wicked, bro.
Shit the lens on my plate.
That's definitely
I didn't
terrible.
Project Back.
Cornbread, collard greens on my plate.
That nigga saying pimp eat steak.
Bobby
You
G Taco
Taco
Bell on a pimp eat steak. Cornbread, collard greens, shit to the lean.
But that's some black culture, man. That's some fucking nigga shit, bro. That car, yeah, that dude, he look like an Edomite. He got this long ass beard, man. Old ass Louisiana nigga in the swamp. Straight hillbilly, man. This nigga cooking, man. You know he a nigga, man. Nigga say, oh yeah. And he remind me of dude. Who said I guarantee, but that nigga said, oh man. And that motherfucking cornbread. That nigga say, oh man.
Oh, that motherfucking
That motherfucking cornbread. You know he a black nigga, man. You seen it? That nigga said that motherfucking cornbread. You know he a nigga.
You so proud about the cornbread.
Eating all that bullshit.
He can make a plate, but when he get the cornbread, before he put it on the plate, he gotta take a bite first, bro.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
so fired up
That
about
dude's a
the
dick,
plate, bro.
man. He look like that's a stuck bird. But see, he gonna die like a nigga, man. That dude's a nigga, man. Talk about that motherfucking cornbread. And he do the same. And he look like he Edomite, but he'll do the same thing. Eat all that bullshit. Then ask about some vitamins.
Crawfish.
I mean, they ain't crawfish. Yeah, he ain't gonna stop eating no fucking crawfish.
Hey, man, niggas going smooth box, give him a smoothie, and then eat a pork chop out of it. That defeats the purpose, man.
Jake. That's Jake. That's Jake.
I only eat kale.
That's
Pork
Jake.
chops.
Yeah, I mean, you can kill with the pork chop. Go ahead, Daniel. We gonna wrap it up. These niggas, it ain't gonna be no atonement for these niggas.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil.
Go ahead,
Because
buddy.
they think because the Lord is not in front of them, they think it's sweet because the Lord is really not. They want the Lord to jump out and tell them to do it.
Well, no, because the Lord ain't jumped out and cut a nigga head off in front of them.
Yeah.
They think it's cool.
Yeah, just because the Lord didn't bring the judgment right away.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep doing it over and over and over again, and the Lord hasn't done that to them right away. So they think
That's even worse.
Yeah,
Must be okay.
yeah. So that's the worst thing Lord can do.
Right. So like real quick, like, and to prove that, because for example, Jake like eating pork, it's a known fact that if you don't cook pork all the way through, you will die from eating it raw. Niggas fry the pork chop hard, you take it out the grease, and the nigga tell you, nah, take that shit back and put it back in the grease, nigga.
Right.
I want it fried hard. Not hard, fried hard. Because Jake know if they eat that pork chop undercooked, they gonna die today.
And scripture tell you who can make a unclean thing clean. Not one. It's an unclean animal, period, man. No matter how much you cook the motherfucker.
That's right.
And it was even a video about an Edomite said he had a farm, he threw a rat in this little pig area. He said, hey man, if you're eating pork, you're making a big mistake. I don't know if you ever seen that video, but he said, you're making a big mistake, man. He said, this rat, man, I threw it in there, man. This motherfucker's been riding for fucking weeks. They fucking went right at it and ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like,
No problem.
It shows you the Flintstones that a boy was the pig.
Yeah.
It's a garbage can, all right? So they threw garbage inside that pig, right?
That's the garbage disposal that they sink.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
they
sweat.
bring that out a lot too, man. They show you.
Hey, because the Lord made everything for the purpose. The pig is not meant to be eaten, which is the natural trash.
Yeah, the
Just
bottom
like
feet on
the
earth. Bottom feet of earth, you got bottom feeders of the sea.
That shrimp.
And niggas, and that's how you know it's the places out of course, because not only do they pollute the waters, but the things that the polluted that they just fucked up, man. They're supposed to clean it.
Yeah, and the shit that's lawful, that's fucked up too, because you took the shit out that's supposed to be clean, right?
Yeah, man. This place is just defiled, so we need an atonement, man. We can close it out. If you brothers got anything else?
I got my son right. This is Luke 10 and 15. This is a thou Capernaum, which are exalted to heaven, shall be thrust down to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the same spirit you niggas come out of, the exalting spirit, proud spirit. You know, these Capernaum was flourishing. You niggas ain't you pretend you're flourishing. You
This is
see
high
this
park
shit.
niggas, man.
Right.
High park is burning.
Versus
Hey, they bum.
And they install in Quebec,
Yeah,
Educated nigga.
educated niggas.
they got high class homeless people.
Yeah.
I got
They
a
got
doctor.
they got
Egyptology,
they
bro.
already got their feet in sand.
Come on, man. Facing the east. At least they face.
it says,
That nigga, y'all should run over, man. The false gospels.
it says, shall be thrust down to hell. It says, he that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me. Which going back to what we were talking about. Hey, you don't hear us. Hey, you're not hearing Yahweh Shai. You're not hearing Yahweh Shai. You're not hearing Yahweh.
That's right.
You know, we're coming in the same message, man. You know, like the Lord. This is the Lord telling you to repent, man. This is the way the Lord is coming down to you. But they want to see motherfuckers floating and talking about Peter. Come here. Talking in that English accent with the R and
Happy
everything.
British accent.
Yeah,
They
that
want
bullshit,
the sign.
bullshit Esau pushed.
Right?
The History Channel doc.
Yeah.
They don't see that. They're not gonna take it serious, man. But the Lord, the scriptures talk about that you're not gonna get the sign, but the sign of Jonas the prophet.
That's
See?
it. You niggas already got it. Go ahead.
No, the Lord is not gonna do some extravagant shit just for you niggas to get it, man.
That's it.
The signs that He set up, those are the only signs He's gonna give you. If you don't want to take heed, that's yours.
That's it.
Fuck you, nigga.
Right.
Alright.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 1. I am sought of them that ask not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me unto a nation that was not called by my name. It goes to us going to captivity, all right? And now, in verse 2, and I spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. It goes to 2/3. Now listen to the prophets, all right? Just like Shakal said, all right? If they don't hear us, they don't hear Yahweh Shai. If they don't hear Yahweh Shai, they don't hear Yahweh, man. Verse 4, which remain among the graves, and lodged in the monuments,
Committing idolatry.
which
That's what you niggas do.
eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels.
Seafood boil.
Yeah. Seafood boy.
Jumbo.
Church fish fry.
Chicago.
All
Church.
catfish.
Shit.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fish fries.
Niggas get mad. You bring the good fish to the fucking to the shit. No, nigga, I was
Look,
a
the
catfish.
fish fries for catfish. That's it. And catfish nuggets.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. Got a bald head, booty face pastor with big ass belly. Talking about some damn crisp apple.
Chris.
Chris
No
Fry.
beard in sight.
Oh,
Chris.
we try to shame you times like
Crazy.
if you don't like seafood, if you just broke, just say that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake. You heard what that nigga Brandon Carter, he gave the whole breakdown to have for prisoners, poor motherfuckers. He knew the real breakdown. And he knew it was a bummer. He said, but I still go to restaurants and buy it to look like I'm bald. That nigga wicked, bro. Jake know he's wicked, bro. Oh, he definitely in the Greek. Bald, no beard. He definitely in the Greek, bro. Shaved his beard. He get a breakdown on why he shaved his beard. He know it's wicked, man. This is Jake, bro. This is the thing that the Lord don't like. He shaved his head with a razor. He shaved his beard with a razor.
He doing like
Doing some
shame.
pork. Yeah, that nigga Shane was. That nigga wicked because he had that dye on his head. He had that spray on there. Yeah, nigga, shit, that shit. I said this nigga wicked.
Wicked as hell, man.
That nigga was clean though, boy.
You ain't that shit ain't that clean.
That nigga had the music playing in the background while he was getting dressed. Boom, 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 boom. I thought that shit was so cool. And shit was cool though, man. These dudes on TV today some softs. That's what I want to say something else. Shane, that nigga Shane was real, bro. He was whooping niggas' ass. He was fucking with the Mexican bitch. He had Jada Pinkett when she was pretty. That nigga Shane was real. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 65, verse 5. He says, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou.
And that's how these 2/3 look at us. Go ahead.
They are a smoke in my nose,
These
a fire that burneth all the day.
are smoking.
Hey, y'all like dung, all right? It's about the book of Ecclesiasticus, all right? These people are like dung, man. They like shit to the Lord, man. That's how they smell, man.
Professional stinkers.
Man, verse 6, behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense unto their bosom. Hey, the Lord's going to pay you back, man. And it's not going to be pretty, man, by the way of what? Thermonuclear missiles.
And you read the Old Testament, right?
Yup. Old Testament.
And this is a prophecy of the Lord, eh?
Yup.
And it's a prophecy of what the Son gonna do when he come back.
Yup.
Didn't the Lord say, I declare the end from the beginning?
Yup.
So he telling you from the beginning what he gonna do when he get here.
That's right, brother.
You
That's
know?
why we need the atonement of the Lord. We done, brother. You want to go ahead? We done.
Yeah, so with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to you. The Lance Apostle is a great millstone, peace, salutations to society and pushing the word sincerity, truth, and charity. That's a shalom.
Shalom.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.